Okay, I've been meaning to make this video for it's probably 2 weeks now. 2 weeks, yeah, probably. And this is me just detailing certain events in my life that have shaped me in a way that I would have not preferred to be shaped. Right, well, consciously, I could say that. Yeah, man, you know, um, I'll get into the esoteric part of it. I think after explaining what things happen, um, but or what happened. Well, after I explain what happened, I'll explain why they happen. These things from a consciousness, spiritual standpoint. Cause yeah. Anyway, yeah, man. So I can say this started like okay when I've been introspecting, right? Wait, also, oh yeah, yes. I made this video for all those people that I promised that I'm gonna link with you, and I haven't, and I dipped out. I mean, there has been a reason, and the reason, has been in not me, well, kind of, but not me, well, me not. It hasn't been. It's not about me not wanting to see y'all. It's about me not wanting y'all to see me for this person I've become, because yeah, damn, I mean, now it's gotten to a point where I just had to admit myself that okay, I've just been putting up a front for, well, for over a decade now, and now it's very hard to pretend. It's very hard to pretend because now I'm in like my authentic era where I stand for authenticity and for transparency, borderline translucency. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, now it's just hard to pretend, and also it's like I feel like why I also needed to make this is because I can run away from people now, but I can't run away from myself. And more oftentimes than not, people are reflections. Well, people in my life are more reflections of what's going on in within me, right? Because reality is more like a mirror that's reflecting where you are within your inner landscape. So yeah, reality is a projection of your inner landscape. You can say that. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, okay. So let's take it back to 2013. 2013, starting boarding school. I'm in the West Side. I mean, going there, I wasn't afraid, right? Well, going there, I wasn't afraid, but that that confidence that I had built sort of started waning a bit, because also like I mean, things wasn't at home. Things were really not at home. I was getting bullied by my dad, man. I don't know a better way to put it. I was just getting bullied by him, and I just did not like being around him. Um, and whatever things I had to deal with within that relationship, right, and the things that came with it, they will start to project also onto my life at school and relationship with peers and well, just with everyone, So all of that stuff started bleeding everywhere, and yeah, man. I mean, yeah, things were just bad, man. I remember this one day in class, we're in LO, and then I just started crying, and I just started breaking down. Just I don't know, man. I don't I don't remember why, but like I guess it was just all the turmoil that I had to deal with. Cause also getting bullied. I remember this one guy. So they had this culture of they respect like certain properties and whatnot. So like well certain areas, right? So I feel like every school has this, but like okay, even my high school that my alma mater basically had this where there was like a matric area, right? A matric area where all during break, you weren't allowed to if you weren't in matric or above unless you were called to pass through or to walk through this matric area or to chill in the matric area. So yeah, in the cages they had what was called like the matric loan basically. There's the hostel loan, there's the matric loan, there's the I forgot what it's called, but there's this walkway basically grade 11s matrics and teachers, yeah, were the only ones that could walk there during school time. During school time, after oh no, actually, not during school time. Actually, you weren't allowed to walk there at all. You weren't allowed to walk there at all. I mean, there was like that sort of period where you could like it was a what can you say, like you could the word is not loop, man. A loophole, yeah, where you can find a loophole. I think that's around the times where I think when chicks are done with their prelims, they're waiting for finals, or yeah, no, I think it's after they did the matric dance thingy, and now they're just waiting to go write their finals and some. Yeah, but there was a loophole. I just remember there was a loophole where you could, but more so the grade 11s, and yeah, most of the grade 11s. The passage I don't remember clearly, but yeah. Anyway, cuz just check me on it. I don't remember the deets. Anyway, yeah. So grade 8. Oh, this is gonna be a very long video. This is gonna be a very long video. So when I do post it, I'm going to post like snippets. I don't know how. Well, I'm gonna obviously I'll try to segment it into 130, 130, 130, 130. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So that happened. Well, not that happened. So there was okay. It was after school, right? And then there's this girl. She's in matric, right? And she's in the girls' hostel. So there's some form of familiarity that is there. Not too much, but anyway, I guess she took a liking or whatnot, and then started chasing me, playing around, chasing me, and then because she's chasing me, I ran on the matric loan. Okay, so I mean, it wasn't a big of a deal. I mean, it's just if I see a small kid walking on the lawn, be like, hey, no, you're not allowed to, and I just also assess the situation, not just go down and wanting to beat up the kid. It's more like, did you step on it like on purpose or like wagwan? So I did that, and then this one boer, this one Afrikaner dude. Yeah, man, you wanted, yeah, you wanted me to catch the smoke, bro, and then it was on site, and then whoa, now I'm having to defend myself for, right. I mean, yes, I shouldn't have ran on it, but then like the way she was chasing me, the easiest to avoid her was onto the grass. So anyway, yeah, I got chased onto the grass. Yeah, this man pulled up for some smoke. Hey, it was a big deal. He wanted to basically moor me, and then luckily my senior stepped in to come save the day. He pulled through to come save the day, and yeah, but it didn't end there. This dude, I think, probably like a 2 week period where he came through. It got to a point where, I mean, this guy was threatening to, I don't know, crush my balls or something like that. Like, it was wild. It was wild. It was wild, 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 wild. To an extent where he would come close to us, towards, excuse me, he would come, so there's the hostel side, and the day students, well, the normal students you don't come that side, and you're not allowed. Like I said, there's a culture of not walking on certain areas, and the one way you could really suffer, where like it's complete damage to your soul, is the one of the hostel. Like that one is just, nah, you don't step on the hostel glass, bro, because that's like selling a death, a death warranty, well, a death something, a death note. Yeah, it's like signing your name in the death note. So yeah, um anyway, man's pulled up. He doubled down on me trying to catch the smoke right after my senior thingy, and then now it was just like, ah, bro, you fetching me from all the way, and it's really from where the matric loan is to where what is to where the hostel loan is. Like it's a walk, bro. Like that school is huge now. It's a walk. So man's was like really on a mission to trying to make me suffer. So anyway, yeah, that was that. Got spooked obviously, and then I got emotional, started crying. Yeah. Also, another thing when I say it's poor, when I say certain things that I had to deal with the relationship with my father, they were pouring into. So as he was bullying me at home, now that's projecting out into the, because I was in that state of being bullied. I still held it within me, unconsciously, obviously, because how can I say, it was like it was a programming, man, to be in this state of being treated like this. And I don't want to say victimhood, because I chose this life and all of the things that are within it, but like this script of me being bullied by him be the bully, yeah, that kind of thing. And then here it was leaking onto my school life. So anyway, so that happened, and then what happened? Yeah, that happened, and then yeah, well, as time passed by, then then I started, well, the bullied become, well, not always, but because of my stubbornness and rebelliousness, being bullied turned me into a bully. There were kids that did complain about me being a bully, in in the hostel, which is kind of weird though, because I felt like, well, also, who was I gonna complain to? Well, I could have complained to the teachers, whatnot, but then it was such a normal thing for me to have this in my life, that even complaining about it, it's like, I'm used to this. It's been my childhood. This nigga's been like this since I was a kid, So right. So anyway, it is not healthy. Obviously, I do not co-sign just accepting, but obviously, like I said, the conditioning made it so that I didn't question the reality more. So even though I didn't like it, I didn't question, like, this shouldn't be happening and whatnot. Those kind of things. Anyway, So yeah, getting bullied, turning into a bully. I mean, when I say I got bullied, I mean like it's bro. I had a literal what is this? Excuse me. I had a literal well, it was green, but I had a literal black eye. Well, not black eye, but oh yeah, like a doombi on my head, right? And it was because of literally got fucked up 3 times in a night. Like got absolutely dusted. There was this thing called porcelain where it slap you and then tip your bed on you, right? Yeah. So anyway, that happened, and yeah, 3 times in one night. One it was a senior. Two other times it was my grade mates. So probably the other one was, and also it was like a setup because them niggas set me up, and also I was a heavy sleeper, so couldn't hear nothing. Even after I got dusted, like it was just after that fix my bed, go to sleep, like yeah, man, it's just and I didn't snitch. Like through all well, the only time I did snitch was when that. But also, I thought it unfair for me to try to catch smoke from a fucking matric, man. Like there, and this guy was like big, like a rugby player kind of. So it was like, even if I would try to stand for myself, I was way out of my league. Yo, way out of my league. So it was just like dog, I can't. This battle is too much for me. I can't, bro. Like I can't. I literally can't, bro. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, after all of that stuff, you know, get bullied, turn into bully, get bullied again. Like it's just like it's just a on and off cycle. And this is like when I'm reflecting. Obviously, I can see that even this has been something that's been going on ever since I was again since a child, right? And like must say like because of what I'm aware now of spirituality and all of that, yes, I did choose this life and all these challenges, right, to work through them. So I'm not saying this from like a victim standpoint. I'm just saying this from like an experiential standpoint and why I am where I am right now today, not as a victim of my circumstances, but just as the set of choices that I allowed myself to take, right? Because there's an infinite amount of things I could have chosen or choices that I could have chosen, and I just chose the ones that were reflective of the person I was being. Anyway, so after all that bullying came a bully. Yeah, the only time I snitched was when that bull was trying to catch smoke. The other times I didn't snitch, man. I got clapped. I got moved. Like it was, I got bullied, and it's like, bro, even my own like to it, to the point where it was madness, bro. Like even my own senior wanted to, uh, you know, let me catch some smoke. Not like actually hurt me, but then like punish me because like, yeah. And it's just like, bro, chill. I'm going through a lot. But then again, like I say, I don't know if I did say, but I was not aware of what was going on within me internally. So as a way to cope, I would, lash out. And unfortunately, I hurt a lot of people, but more so myself by not being able to speak out, right? Because again, I wasn't used to it because I grew up like, oh, this is the norm. So the only time I did speak out was that boot guy because that one was like, nah, this is unfair, bro. And also, it's like, oh yeah, that situation. That matric girl chased me onto the lawn. Well, not chased me, but she was chasing me, and then I ran onto the lawn. And then when I tried to explain that, oh, and then when this guy caught me, and then he was trying to, and also him, I feel like he was also being bullied at home because for him to lash out like that, you know, as a senior onto a junior. This is complete crazy work. So anyway, when that happened, he, what happened? Oh yeah, she dipped out, bro. She was just like, nah, this battle is not for me. She just dipped out and left me to catch the smoke alone, which was crazy. And then when I tried to speak up for myself, because this went to an extent where I spoke to the I don't know what to call him, but he's one of there's the principal and then there's a nigga under him, right? So it was that guy, and he was the one that would like want to enforce like basically he's like an authoritarian kind of type personality teacher thingy, right? So anyway, he was trying to, and then when I was describing it to him, I thought it's in the West Side. It's fucking Kimabu, like. Complain about getting bullied up by boors in the West Side is like, bro. It's like I don't know. It's like the boors complaining that they're getting bullied by EFF. Like it's a losing battle, bro. Like just I don't know. Find another way to solve it. You know, like I've dealt with racism in the West Side to a point where it's just one of those things, right? Like again, you just accept because it was like the norm. I'm not saying it's okay and you just like take that out, but like it was such a norm that you know, even when the teacher didn't believe or side with the thing, it's like whatever, man. It's like okay, whatever. And I'm in hostel. This guy, this matric that was trying to let me catch some smoke, he's not in hostel. So you see, and he's not trying to listen to the story because the most thing he's focused on is like, but why did you walk on it? And I'm explaining to him, yo, this girl was chasing me and she chased me onto, well, not to, but I just chose to run on the lawn because the direction when she patracked me basically, bro. I was at the edge. I was on the edge, and the way she, oh no, oh no, this girl carried me onto the road. I remember now. I remember. It was a setup. So this girl brought me onto the road and she chased me. And then this nigga caught me like, yeah. So I didn't take myself there. I ran off the lawn. I was running, yeah, on the lawn so I can get off it. But she's the one that put me there. Nah, I remember. And when I said that, no one believed me. And obviously, her being her, she just, you know, ducked and died, which is fucking wild work. Diabolical. Say the fucking least. For a senior to do that. And then for me to do. But again, it's like, when life throws you this shit, bro, you can't be like, well, even if you do start pointing fingers, it's like, dog, sometimes you just gotta take the blows and just move on, right? I mean, yeah, it eventually died out, but like that's one of those unfortunate things of having to deal with certain things in your life, like let's say, even in childhood, like being accused, not even childhood, like even actually throughout my whole life, just being accused of things that I didn't do, and also what made it worse is just like the kind of person I am, who was always like on a fuckery, like being troublesome and all of that stuff. So that added like fuel to the fire. Lol, we'll come to that one. Added fuel to the fire. So yeah, man. Like it's just yeah, it's just those things. So it's like well, I think also that's another factor into the not speaking out because even if I do speak out, are they gonna believe? Now, most of the times they contest and all of that stuff. So anyway, actually, I'm gonna need to do like a summary of this because this is 24 minutes now. This is crazy long. And imagine, I mean, I'm only talking about I can from let's say from childhood until 2013. Yeah, from this basically childhood until 2013, and just summarizing and hinting at things that relate to where I'm at now. So Now imagine if I have to catch up on, well, until like over a decade later, so it's gonna be a lot. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to find a way to summarize and say all these things, but I don't know how. Anyway, um, eh, crazy. Oh, I'm gonna have to fucking summarize. How am I gonna summarize this? How am I gonna summarize? Damn, over a decade worth of stuff to explain why I've been the way I've been. I'll find a way. I'll find a way.